Hi, I'm Christie, the Motive Guide, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to answer a question that my friends and family have been asking me lately. And that is, Christie, what is Enneagram coaching anyway? Well, you know what? Despite our best efforts, most of us are still struggling with our own self-defeating patterns. We're stuck in these ruts. We're beating our head against the wall. We're like, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep having this problem? It's either that or we're struggling with getting along with other people. We're having friction with them. We don't know why we can't communicate. Why don't they understand me? Why can't I understand them? What were they thinking? So we've got those two sides of the coin. And what I do is I use the tool of the Enneagram because you know what, really? We just want to improve ourselves. We want to maximize on our strengths. We want to grow. We want to grow in our relationships at home, at work. So I do that. I help people take the tool of the Enneagram, and through 6 sessions, we discover their main type. We discover their strengths and weaknesses, and we go through all of that to help them grow. Now, coaching with me it starts with 3 simple steps. So first of all, you go to my website, themotiveguide.com. That's themotiveguide.com, and you take my free Enneagram assessment. So a little side note about Enneagram assessments. They're only about 60% accurate when you take any online test. And the reason why for that is because the Enneagram is based on your interior motives. So when you're taking an assessment and you're answering these questions, a lot of times we just kind of out of habit start thinking about our actions and our behavior. It's really hard on paper or on a screen to answer questions based on our motives. I really think you have to verbally process that out loud. However, an Enneagram assessment is an easy tool to get you started. So that is step 1, is going to my website, themotiveguide.com, and taking my free assessment. So that brings us to step number 2, and that is to book a typing session. When you book a typing session, we will do that verbal processing. We'll talk about those top 3, maybe even 4 types that you got on your assessment, and we'll talk about the why behind the why. And we'll just dive deeper into why you answered some of those questions. We'll talk about some of the attributes of each of those types. And typically at the end of that 1-hour session, my clients land on their main type or their dominant type. Now remember, we have a little bit of all the 9 types in us, but we do have one dominant type. So step 1, take the assessment. Step 2, book the typing session. And step 3 is to book your 5 deep dive, explore your main type sessions. So this is really cool. This is when we get into the nitty-gritty. We really take that deep dive into your main type. We talk about your fears, your weaknesses, your desires, your longing. We're going to talk about the paths, your Enneagram paths, because there's a stress path, there's a growth path, there's a blind spot path. We'll talk about childhood messages, defense mechanisms, all kinds of things, levels of health. We're gonna really like it is. It's a deep dive into your main type, and through that time, you will get to help. You will get to discover a lot about yourself and see these patterns that you're stuck in. You're gonna develop some tools, some ways to get out of the ruts that we're stuck in, and you're also going to start learning about other people and other types as well, and then that improves communication. So 3 easy steps. First of all is the free assessment. Second is the typing session, and third is the 5-session deep dive exploring your main type. Those are going to get you off on a great start learning about the Enneagram, discovering lots of self-awareness and others' awareness, and help you with your own relationship with yourself and then your relationship with others. So here's some rapid fire reasons for considering coaching. And first of all is self-awareness. Then you have personal growth. Then you have improved relationships. You have improved communications. You have better decision-making skills, and you have increased empathy, and then overall accountability. So those are some top reasons to consider Enneagram coaching. Go ahead, go to my website, themotiveguide.com, and get started. I have many more videos to come. We're going to dive into the attributes and characteristics of each type, and we're going to talk about why using the Enneagram is effective and important in the first place. I look forward to seeing you in some more videos. Thank you. Bye.